Congress here with former world champion Abner Mares. Abner, you got a fight coming up April 21st. Talk to me about it.
Well, yes, it sounds funny, former world champion. We vacated that title.
Undefeated former world champion.
There you go. Yeah, I'm fighting April 21st. I'll be fighting Eric Morel in Puerto Rico. He has 2 losses, but he hasn't lost in about, I think, 6 years. Tough fight. It's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to that fight.
This will be your first move up to the 120, not really the 122 pounds, but the 121 division. What are your thoughts about that?
No doubt. I mean, our move was obviously, it is to move up to 122, but Eric's team didn't want to take that fight at 122, so they set a catch weight at 120, 121. So I don't see no difference at 122, but they wanted that weight, so we're going to keep it at 120, 121.
Now, how's training camp been with the move up in weight, adding the 3 pounds that you got to add?
It has no effect on me. If anything, I feel stronger. I mean, again, I mentioned this a couple of times. I started my career at 122. I started my first 10, 12 fights at 122. We're at 122. Then I made the decision, as a matter of fact, Nacho Versus, then we made the decision to move me down to 118. And that's where I became world champion. And now we're moving back to 122, and I feel great. I walk around 140. Right now, I'm probably weighing like 135, 133. You know, I still got about 5-6 weeks left for my training camp, and I feel great. I'm going to continue. Hopefully, we get big fights at 122 and demonstrate that we are right for this week.
The fight with Morel, what are you expecting from him?
It's a good fight. Don't get me wrong. I am definitely not looking. I'm not looking past this guy. It's going to be a tough fight. He's really technical, and I expect a tough fight. I'm training really good. I train like if I were fighting anyone else out there, and we got to get this fight out of the way first, you know, before we even move on. So hopefully we plan on looking spectacular, and we're training hard for that fight. I expect a tough fight.
Do you guys plan to look spectacular to kind of overshadow the victory that Donaire had over Vasquez Jr.?
I've never tried to push myself like that, you know. I never try to put that on me, like, oh, I gotta look spectacular. No, I go in there, I do my work, you know. If it's a decision, it's a decision, clean decision. If it's a knockout, hopefully we get the knockout as well. But I'm training hard. I'm training hard. I want to win this fight. I want to, you know, again, I want to make that move already to 122 fight and face big names.
After this fight, you know, you said you wanted to face the big names. What do your fans have to expect of you for the rest of the year?
I hope I get 3 fights this year. Hopefully I get 3 fights. Hopefully after this Morel fight, not looking past him, after we beat him, God willing, we get a big fight, you know, Nonito, Guillermo, even Vasquez, Travieso.
How was that fight? How would you? That's an interesting fight. You bring that up. 2 Mexicans. You know, he's a Mexican legend versus obviously the top up and coming Mexican guy.
And it's funny because I talked to him. We talked face to face, and you know, only Mexican fighters do it like that. We talked about us fighting each other. You know, we were like, hey man, let's fight. You know, he was like, we should, you know, get down and talk to the promoters, make that fight happen. I want to fight you. I know you want to fight me, and it'll be a tremendous fight for the fans. You know, 2 Mexican fighters going at it. You can't expect anything less from both of us. We always go in there and give great shows, and hopefully we get that fight again. You know, between, you know, us and myself, we made a decision. We said let's make the fight. So now it comes down to our promoters. Hopefully they listen and make that fight happen.
Now, last but not least, you must have had a big weight lifted off your shoulders in your last fight when you beat Agbeko. I mean, you dominated this guy, but not only did you dominate him, you kind of erased the bad smell that was around you in a way of the low blow controversy. How does that make you feel? That people don't think about you that way anymore?
I demonstrated that, you know, I beat him. I could beat this guy. You know, I beat him fair and square. I think I dominated. I boxed. I looked great. Thank God we trained hard for that fight, and it feels great. A lot of, like you said, a lot of weight. You know, taking off my shoulders. I feel great that I got that. Bad rep, you know, taking off, and it makes me feel good. And now we get we can say we can move forward.
Thank you very much, Abner.
Thank you so much.